Alright everyone, welcome to a brand new video. Now look, today guys, I'm making this video because I've actually been doing some research and been trying to get a website and stuff myself for personal usage and stuff like that. And I've come to realize that the way that I'm doing it, there aren't many tutorials out there showing you how to do this. And honestly, in my opinion, I think this is probably one of the better ways to do it. So I don't know why there aren't many people showing you how to do it. Maybe there's a lot of people out there that either don't know, or if they do know, they don't want to tell anyone because they just want to make money. So today I'm out here to actually show you guys not only how I did it, but to make a record for myself for future in case I ever need to fix problems or rerun through the process again. So essentially, as the title says, what I'm doing is I'm using FreeNAS, which is a distribution of FreeBSD, but for network area storage. So this operating system is specifically tailored to be run on a machine as their network area storage and other things like that. So pretty much this OS can do most things. As you can see on the left over here, you've got your actual sharing. So this is to share your NAS services, plugins for it. So there's a list of plugins that you can actually download that are pre-set up for you. To be honest, there aren't that many, and once it loads, you will see. But yeah, so that's just a few things in there that you can run. Most of them work out of the box. Some of them don't, because they're not updated. But anyways, in this one here, we're going to be creating a jail. So essentially, a jail is it's like it's sort of like a virtual machine, but it obviously runs Linux, and it's not really a virtual machine. It just stops everything from exiting the jail. So essentially, it's pretty much how you explain it. There's bars. Anything that's within the jail can't get out of the jail unless you have some sort of exploit or something like that. But regardless, so what we're doing today is pretty much creating phpBB, which is Billboard website. And I'll show you how you can do this by creating a new jail in FreeNAS and setting everything up that you need. So I'm not even joking when I tell you guys this took me a long time. This is 3 websites that you will need to actually get this all done. And this here is all the research that I did to actually get to this point. So please, if this video helped you guys out, make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, like the video. Just will actually help me a lot. And yeah, let's stay tuned. This will be a very in-depth video, I'm letting you know now. It'll go for a while, so make sure you pay a lot of attention, and we'll get started. So also keep this in mind, there's a lot of things here that you will need to stop and continue doing. So for example, there's a process where it'll just be installing for about 30, 40, 50 minutes. I would recommend you go have dinner, have a coffee, have lunch maybe, watch a movie while you're waiting for this process, because it does take a lot of time, and I will not be recording the entire process because it does take so long. So I will only record when I'm showing you steps, but when something is going through the process on its own and you guys just have to wait for it, I will just cut the video at those times. So let's get started. Now, this is specifically for FreeNAS right now. I'm not sure how you will do it in FreeBSD because I don't have that installed. But if you know how to make a jail in FreeBSD, go ahead. You can get started similarly to what I'm doing here. So you would add a jail and you create your jail name. So I'm going to make it YouTube BB. Oh, sorry, phpBB3, which is the actual version that we're going to be running. So it's phpBB3, which is the Billboard software or website. And then you're going to choose your release. So we'll use 11.2, which is the latest release of FreeBSD. You're going to go next. Now, I use a custom IP address for it, so I know what it's allocated to. So for this instance here, let's use 192.168.1.25, for example, because I know that that's not allocated to anything. And on my specific network, I'm going to be using 24 because my network is subnetted like that. If your IP address starts with a 192 like mine, it's most likely your network is subnetted as a 24 network. If it starts with 127, it might not be 24. You will need to find out what your network's subnetted as if it's not 192. For IPv6, I won't be using this, so I will just leave it blank. Go next, and you're going to submit this. So there are the settings. Oh, okay, sorry, I've already got something allocated to that address, so let's make it 30, because I don't think I have anything running on 30. So we'll go next and submit, and it's building it. So there you go. We've got YouTube PHP BB3. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go over here and you're going to start it up, and it'll load. And now that's done. So what you will need to do now is you need to find a tool to SSH into your actual jail that you've just created. So there's a couple ways you can do it. Either you can do it through the shell here. So if you have a look here, you've got just your main shell. So if you go and type JLS, you can see your jails, and YouTube is number 4. So you would want to go into that one there. But I personally don't enjoy using this one here because it's just, I don't know, I don't find it comfortable. So I'll use command prompt because I've got bash installed onto my actual PC. So I've got the Linux subsystem installed. So we're going to just SSH into my drive, and you got to put in your password for it. So just enter that in, and we're in. So same as this one here, I'll show you it's exactly the same. So if you go JLS, and you can see that the prompt is also the same there and there. So you can see we get the jails. So I want to SSH into jail number 4. So you go JEXEC, like so, number 4, because that's YouTube PHP BB3. And then you're going to type, I can't remember. Let's have a look. I might have it up here. Yeah, here it is. TCSH. So sorry guys, I am still trying to memorize a lot of this stuff because I've only just learned how to do this. So if it takes me a second, that's why. Anyways, so now you can see the prompt has changed to YouTube PHP 3. So we'll go ahead and clear what's above. And now this is one of the big steps. It's going to take a very long time. So we'll start it up now. I will put links in the description for these. So this is one of the main ones that you're going to need. We're not going to use this whole sheet, but this sheet does give you a little bit of info, and most of it is useful. So first thing I want you to do is I want you to have a computer running FreeBSD. Well, technically FreeNAS is FreeBSD, so this will work. Then you need to update your ports tree via portsnap. So to do that, you go like this, you type portsnap fetch. Now if you're using the same as me and you're using the Linux subsystem and you SSH into it, you just can copy and right click to paste, hit enter. Otherwise you type it exactly like that. So portsnap fetch, hit enter, it'll load, and it'll take a bit of time here, so we'll let it do its thing. I might cut the video here if it does take a long time. Okay, so that's pretty much done now. I haven't done anything since it's finished, but you can see it's gone from there all the way down to here. So next what you're going to want to do is portsnap extract. Now this will also take a while. The previous one, this probably took about 5 minutes. So portsnap extract, this will probably take you a lot longer. So again, you're going to come over here, Control C, come over here, right click to paste, or if you can't paste, you're going to have to just type it. Sorry. Now you're going to let it run its course, and it'll take a while. So again, I'm going to pause the video, and when it's done, I will be back. Okay, so now that's done extracting everything, you're going to want to go again, portsnap fetch, copy, and paste it in there, and it should tell you that everything is up to date, and you go update now. This one does take a while as well. Oh no, this one's alright, it's up to date. And that's all done. I'm pretty sure that's the last step. You can do it one more time if you really want, just double check. And that's it, it's done. So your ports are up to date. So we're going to go over here and we're going to start installing the first thing. So Apache is the first thing you're going to need to install. This is what pretty much runs your website, displays the web pages when someone actually puts in a link address. So what you need to do is you need to cd to this directory. This is where the ports are located, so it'll make them and build them for your version of BSD. So once you're in there, you type make install clean, like so, and this takes a long time. So I'm going to wait a little bit so that you can see what I mean when it comes up. But there'll be blue boxes that come up on the screen if you're using SSH like this. If you're using this one here, I don't know what it'll look like. Unfortunately, I haven't tried that, so I can't tell you. But if you're using SSH like me, it'll come up with blue boxes. So wait a little bit so you can see it. I might just pause the video and bring it back when the box comes up. Okay, so now this is those blue boxes that I was talking about. So sometimes it will tell you specifically what thing to accept, but in this case and circumstance, it says all additional dependencies should be installed, accepting the defaults on the configuration dialogs is fine. So that means when this box comes up, just hit enter on your keyboard and it'll keep going. So there will be several of these boxes that will show up in the process until the prompt comes back when you can start the next thing. So make sure to just press enter, don't cancel anything, keep going. Okay, you'll need to do this until everything has been installed. If you do not, there's a chance you'll break something or something won't be installed correctly. As you can see, another prompt just came up as I was talking, so I'll press OK to continue. And once it's done, I will unpause the video again and we'll continue from the point that the prompt comes back up, and we'll do the next step, okay? Okay, so that did take a little bit longer than I expected, but the prompt is back, so we're good to move on to the next step. So I'll get this back open again. And when the installation is done, now we need to edit this file here. So one of my text editors that I prefer to use is called Nano. So this part isn't written in the instructions, but I'll show you how to do it. So we're going to install Nano. You type pkg space install like that, and then Nano, Nano, hit enter. Give it a moment. This one will be quick. It's just going to quickly download the package, and it'll ask you to install it. Alright, so just press Y and hit enter, and the package will just install now. And once that's done installing, we'll be able to edit that. So almost done, and bang, we're done. Alright, so you're going to come here and you're going to copy this directory here. So Control C or copy, come here. Now you're going to type nano space and then paste the directory, or write it if you want, however is easier for you. That's /etc/rc.conf. Hit enter, and you'll see you've got a file here now. So we're going to edit it, and we're going to add these lines to the file. So it says to copy and paste these lines. So again, you can manually copy them, or you can copy and paste them like I am here. Make sure you press down on your keyboard to get the cursor down to the last line. Hit enter just to make a new line. Then right click and paste if you're using the same SSH window as me. Now to save it, you need to go Control X, press Y, and hit enter. And that'll overwrite the file, and it's done. So now we're going to start the Apache service, and that is part 1 done. So if you go here, right click, paste, Apache should be running. Okay, now to test this, a simple way to do it is to go to the IP address. So I think I put mine as 192.168.1.30, and if you hit enter, you see it works. So that means that Apache is working. So now we'll go back to this page here, and we'll open up command windows again. So now we're installing PHP. So this is also required. So you're going to do what it says here. So note the version of PHP in FreeBSD is 5.6. So all official pre-built packages are built on that. So we need to instruct it to use 7.2. So we need to add this line to this file. So again, we're going to right click, copy. and I believe we're going to come here and type nano, if my memory serves me correctly, and then right click to paste it, hit enter, and it says to create the file if it doesn't exist. So if it comes up like this, like a blank screen, that means that it doesn't exist. That's fine. We're going to copy this and we're going to paste it in there like so. Control X again, Y, enter, and it's saved. So now we're going to cd to this directory so that we can install PHP 7.2. So right click and enter. You can see we're now moved to the new directory. And again, make install clean. So this one's going to take a while. Again, you get boxes like this. So this one here, it doesn't say you need to tick or untick anything. So this one, just go through again, hit enter on everything and install everything as you should. And I will be pausing the video again while we go through the installation process. As you can see, it's going to take some time as these are big files we're downloading. So just press enter for every blue box that comes up, and I will see you once we're at the prompt again. So as you can see, we're back at the prompt now, and we're going to do the next stage. So install mod PHP 72. So click that, paste, and then we're going to do make install clean again. And again, follow through, just hit enter for every blue screen that comes up. Don't need to change anything. And again, I will see you when we're back at the prompt. Alright guys, amazing. So we're back at the next prompt now. So after the installer, we need to edit this file here and add the following. So you know what we're doing, copy it, paste the directory in there, type nano before it, I forgot to say that, and it'll open. So you're going to add these to the end. I think it wants you to add them to the end, if I remember correctly. Add them to the end. So press page down until you get to the bottom of the file, right click, enter it in there, go control X, Y, enter, and that's done. So now we're going to modify, oh actually sorry, I forgot to change something. Press up, open up again with nano. We need to modify this line, so type control W and you're going to search for directory. Make sure you capitalize it, DIRECTORY and you're going to hit enter. And that's not the one, but it's the one just here. So directory index, and see where it says index.html. Before that, just put your cursor where mine is, and you're going to type index.php and then space. So it'll look like this now. You'll have index.php and index.html. Press Control X, Y, and enter. That's it, done there. So we've added both those lines. PHP is pretty much done. We're just going to add the extensions now for languages and whatnot. So go click here, Control C again, paste it there so that you go into the directory and hit enter. And we're going to type make config this time. So we're going to configure what gets installed. So you need to make sure the orders are getting installed. So you're going to go to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J. So at J we need JSON installed. We got that. We're going to go to M for MySqli, install that one. Next you're going to go to S for session. Here it is, so session's already been selected. Then we're going to go to X for XML. I went past it. XML has already been selected, and then zlib. So we're going to select zlib as well. You're going to hit enter, and that's set it up. So now we're going to type make install, and that'll install it again. So you guys know to go. Hit enter for any of the blue boxes that might come up while it's installing this. Nothing needs to be changed after this point, and I will be back to you when the next prompt comes up. Okay, and we are now back again at the next prompt. So once you've got all that done and it's been installed, we're going to configure PHP. So you need to create a php dot ini file by copying these lines. So just do this. You're going to cd into this directory, and then we're going to just pretty much copy and paste like this. So Control C, Control V, or right click, however you're doing it, and then that will pretty much copy that file there from that directory to the current directory and name it php.ini. So that's that. Now if we go here, we need to edit that file that we just copied. So copy the directory there, type nano, paste the directory, hit enter, And what are we changing? So it wants us to change a few things. So this you can do however you want to do it. Tailor it towards your server's needs if you know what you're doing. Otherwise, let's just go by the maximum recommendations. So first thing we're going to edit is the memory limit. So again, go Control W, type exactly how it's written there. So MEMORY_limit, and then hit enter, and it'll take us to the line. So it's got 128 megabytes already in there. That's fine. That's the maximum that it's recommending over here anyways. So let's go to the next one. Control W. I'm going to go and type in upload_max, and I'm just going to hit enter because it's max file size. So it's got 2 megabytes. I'm just going to change it to 20, as you can see there. Next, it's post max size. So Control W, post max, post_max. It should take us to post max size here. It's set to 8. I'm just going to change that to 20. Okay, and last but not least, we're going to go Control W again, max_execution. And once we search it, the time is 30 here. We're going to make it 300 because it's the maximum for the recommendation there. I'm not actually 100% what this one here is for. So if you guys know what this is and what it means, by all means set it up the way that you want to do it. I'm just following the recommendations here. So now we're going to go Control X to save, Y, and then hit enter. And now we're going to restart Apache. So this will sync the changes. So paste it in and hit enter. As you can see, we're not really getting any error messages apart from that, but that's fine. That's the way it should be in this circumstance. So now we're going to install My Sql. Now I don't believe I used any of these ones yet, so I think I used this one here for something else. So what we'll do is we'll continue following this tutorial here for installing My Sql. So you're going to cd into this ports this time. So again, cd into there. Oh, I didn't copy. I'll do it again. Alright, and then hit enter. Oh, it's already searched for me. And you're going to do make install clean. So it'll start. Again, you get a prompt. Now I'll just quickly read here to make sure it's fine. Additional dependencies may be installed except in default configuration is fine. So just accept the defaults. Click, did I just click that? I think I did. Whoops. I will untick those because I don't think they were installed. Anyways, select defaults and click OK. That'll do its thing. And again, I will be back when the next prompt comes up. Alright guys, and we're back. Now that one there was probably the longest process that I've had. As you can see, if you've been watching the timestamps on the bottom right corner, or well, you probably can't see them because I don't think I'm recording down there, but that one did 100% take the longest. It was about an hour. So just keep that in mind. Maybe go make a coffee or something, or eat something. I don't know what you want to do. Anyway, so we're finally done with that. So you're going to come down here and we're going to add that line there. So you're going to type nano and right click and enter that in there. And now we're just typing this at the bottom. So My Sql enable equals yes, and we just put that at the bottom under the other stuff we pasted in earlier. Control X, press Y, hit enter, and that's done. Now we're going to start the My Sql service. So you copy that command there, paste it in there, and this one will take about maybe 60 seconds. So you've just got to be patient with it, let it load up, and once it's done loading, we'll go to the next stage. While it's doing that, we'll just have a look. Oh, well, there you go, it's done. So the contents of root MySQL to determine your temporary MySQL password. So you need to see what this file is. This file will tell you your password. So Control C, Control V, hit enter. So this is your password here. So I just highlight it and press enter on the keyboard. That'll copy it. We'll open up a notepad just for now, and we'll paste the IP address, sorry, the password in here. So password there. Okay, so to access this, you type my SQL, like my SQL, like that, underscore u root minus p, and it'll ask you for the password. So just go back to that text document that we just had there, copy and paste the password, and hit enter. And as you can see, we're in. So you have to change the password. So what I would recommend doing is copy this line like so, paste it into text document, and put the password that you want to use in here. So for example, we can make it capital PASSWORD 123 just for YouTube tutorial purposes, and we'll put a star at the end of it. Or why not? We'll put a star. So what you do now is you're going to pretty much just copy what we've written there according to this, like so. I'm just double checking that there's nothing I've missed. Alright, cool. So just copy that, right click, and enter. That's done. So now if you type exit and you press up to log into it again, if you copy and paste the original password that we had from the file, it will not work. So I'll show you by doing that there. Access denied. So if you go up again and you type password 123, I'll even copy and paste it so you can see. Password 123 star, paste it, enter, and we're in. Okay, so exit to get out of that. And that's pretty much it for this side of things. So we're not going to do this. I'm not sure what this is. I don't need it. I don't use that. So that's enough for this one here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to the other tutorial. So with this one here, we need to do a few things to install this. So first of all, you're going to type pkg space install wget. That'll install wget, and we need that. So press Y, let that install. I don't think we need to install this because I think these got installed earlier on. Plus I don't think that command works anyways, but to check that we've got everything installed that we need, just copy this command here and paste it in here, and you'll see you got hash, JSON, My Sql, and session. So I'm missing MB string. That one's in here. Let's install MB string. So let's see if that works. Copy, and we'll type pkg install, and then php72 MB string. Hit enter. It'll install it and let it fetch. Alright, that's done. So now if we press up twice and we'll put that command in, we've got hash, JSON, MB string, MQ, My Sql, sorry, I, and session. So that's all there. That's all the same. Just to double check, you can go like this, I guess. Hit enter. Control F. Doesn't matter. That's fine. It's the same. It looks exactly the same. Okay, so that's good. Now you're going to download PHP MyAdmin package, and we're going to install this. So before you do that, this step isn't written in here, but you need to go to a specific file folder. Give me just 1 sec while I get the name for you. Okay, so it's pretty much like this. So the tutorial actually does tell you everything. I missed a step. So you're going to go wget like so, and you're going to paste it in here. Oh, try again. Copy, paste. Let it download. So that will download the files for PHP MyAdmin, and then what we're going to do is we're going to type this in here. This will confirm that we have the correct file, so it'll spit out this this number. This is your SHA256 number, so you're just going to copy that from there. Come here, Control F, and then Control V to paste it, and you can see it matches exactly. So we're good. That's the correct file. So moving to the next step, you're going to unzip to this directory. So unzip PHP MyAdmin English, because well, I'm English, and then we're gonna have to move it to that directory. So I'll show you how to do that now. You go in here, paste that in, it unzips it. So if you type ls, you can see PHP MyAdmin English. This is in the root directory. So now we're going to go MV to move it to the correct directory. So you're going to move that file to user local www.apache24. Remember this directory because this is where your website stuff is. Then data, and then it's /phpMyAdmin. So it'll do that there now, and it's renamed the file from phpMyAdmin-4.8 blah 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 to just phpMyAdmin. So now it wants you to configure the files, so we're going to go to that directory that we just created. So oops, wrong one. If you go type that in there, sorry, copy and paste didn't work again. There you go. So if you type ls, that's all your stuff. If we go cd ... we're just going to go up a directory. So if you look in here, this is where all of your stuff is. So this is your websites pretty much. These are the sites that you can access. I'll show you a little bit more about this later. So I'm just going to copy this directory here so that we have it on the side, and I'll put it here for you guys. I'll put this stuff in the description as well to make it easier. But anyways, so we're going to go back into that directory that we're supposed to be in. So phpMyAdmin. And we're going to copy this config sample file and rename it to config.inc.php because that's the file that it needs. And next we're going to edit the file. So this tutorial is telling you to use vim. Personally, I don't use that, so I don't know how to use it. If you know how to use it, by all means go for gold. So I'm going to use nano again, so nano space, and then just paste the directory, hit enter, and you'll get this file. So you need to go and copy this here now. So this is important. You go Control C, and in here we're just going to scroll down until we find the part where this belongs in. So you'll see shortly we'll find some other files that look similar to it. Still just looking. Alright, here. So you got your extension here. Extension. We're going to put it at the bottom here. So just go under here. Go to the end. Hit enter. Paste. And just put that that thing there. So make sure they've all got that. Okay. Now you're going to save that. So Control X, Y, enter. That's saved. And now we're going to create a temp folder for caching the templates and setting the permissions. So you're going to do this like it says, exactly the same. Control C, Control V, paste it. You're going to give it read, write, execute access to that folder, so everything can read, write, and execute there. We've put 777. And again, we've got another file that we need to modify, so we're going to create a secret cookie. So you come over here, copy that there. Again, I use nano. You can use whatever text editor you want. Type nano space and then paste that in there. Hit enter and bang, we're in here now. So you're going to use this cookie here. This is you can use, it should be fine. And make sure not to copy the quotation marks like there. So see how I've copied in between them. And you're going to come here, bring your cursor down to where the quotation marks are here, and hover over the second one, right click to paste it in there. As you can see, it pastes in between both of them. So that should be it. Control X, Y, enter. You guys will be pros at doing this by the end of the tutorial. Now you're going to restart the Apache service again. This should be the final one. As you can see, there's not any important errors. So now if we type this as our address, so we copy this here, /phpMyAdmin, and we go here. So as you can see, if I refresh that, it still works. And then we're going to type at the end, phpMyAdmin, and bang, you've got your account there. So if I type in root, which is the username, and the password, I think I made it password123*, and hit enter, and there you go. You have your control panel for phpMyAdmin. So we're almost done now. We only need to install the actual website stuff. So this is for the actual billboard. So these tutorials will no longer be assisting us anymore. We don't need this anymore. What we're going to do is we're going to go to the phpBB website. So type that in Google, hit enter or click that, and go to the download section. And we're going to see here you want download phpBB 3.2.5.zip. Now you're going to copy that, copy the link address. Okay, go back to your command window and you're going to go back to the data folder. So you're just going to type cd space ... It'll bring you up a directory, so you should see index.html and php my admin. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to type wget, and you're going to right click again to paste that that link that you've got there. If you can't paste it like that, just paste it somewhere else and write it manually, and then you're going to hit enter. So once that's done, you'll see it start downloading. Sorry, it took a second there. This is usually pretty quick. As you can see, it's done. So if you type ls again, we'll see now you've got phpBB. So you've got the actual BB zip there. We need to unzip this and we need to rename it to phpBB3. I think it does it on its own when you unzip it. So let's type unzip and phpBB, capital BB. Make sure you use the capitals, and you can press tab to autofill the rest. If it autofills, that means that you typed it correctly. If it doesn't and you get an error, then you haven't typed it correctly. Type it again. Hit enter, it'll extract everything like that. If you type ls, bang, now you've got the phpBB3 one there. So I'll type ls-al to make it look a bit cleaner. So these are the files that we've got. We can remove this zip now. So you type rm space phpBB dash and then tab and brings that. So you type that, get rid of it, and ls-al again, and it's not there now, as you can see. So now we've also got this there, which is great. So that's pretty much that there. Now I believe all we have to do is go here, and if we type in phpBB3 with capitals, there you go. So we've got the BB installed. Now they recommend you use the instructions to set this up. So if you go to the install section here, it'll tell you to go to a website. Where is it? Overview. Here, this installation guide. So right click here, open that in a new tab. Whoops. Well, that's not there. Doesn't matter. I'll show you how to get that manually. So if you come here and you go into somewhere around here. Well, it should work. I don't know why it's not working. Well, let's start. Let's click install, and we're gonna make sure that we've got everything set up. So in order to proceed, you will need the database settings. If you do not know, blah 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 blah. So what we got to do is we need to go into the actual PHP my admin that we created, and we need to make a database for all this. So you're gonna right click and duplicate this tab, and we're gonna come here and delete that and type my admin like so. Go there, and we're going to create a new database. So I'm gonna call this YouTube. Oh no, actually no. I'm gonna type phpBB3 underscore YouTube. Make sure you type it right. Don't put the hash there like I did. YouTube. Okay. And you're gonna click here, and you're gonna make this collation. Press create. I believe that's it. Just create. Oh, actually, wait. Hold on. My Sql. Check privileges. That should be fine. Okay. Go back. How do I go back? Okay. I forgot how to do that for 1 sec, but that's okay. We'll go here and we'll do it again. So you type phpBB3 underscore YouTube, and we make it this one here. I'll show you how to add a user in a moment. Press create. That's done. So you've got your new database. If you look here, and you come up to create a new user. To do that, I actually forget. Yeah, I think it's user accounts. And you click here, add new user, and you're going to type the name. So let's call it YouTube, and this will be the account that we use. Password, just set a password. We'll make it the same one for tutorial purposes. So password 123, and with a star at the end of it, and we'll write it in here as well. Password 123 with a star. As you can see, it's weak. Otherwise, you can generate a password if you want it to generate one. It's up to you. That's fine. You can do what you want. So you can create a database for the name, and you can grant privileges on wildcard. I'm just going to tick that one for now. We'll give them all global privileges. So this account that we're creating can do anything. You can change that if you want. For tutorial purposes, I'll just be selecting everything. I suggest if you're actually using something in production, you go through this and select the authorities depending on what you need, I should say. And that's pretty much that. We'll leave all that as it is, and you go down here and press go. So that's done. I don't need to save that. So you've got your database and you've got your user created. So don't forget the username that you made. Now we go over to install again, and we should be set up. So we need to have a database. We need to know how to get to it, and need to know the port if there's a different port, and name. So that's fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna duplicate this so I can have the instructions here as well, and we're gonna go install. So it'll tell you this. This is a bit of a problem, so I'll show you how to fix that. If you bring this up, you go into here. So in the data, you're gonna go cd phpBB3. Now in here you go ls, and you'll look for the directory. So cache should be in here. If I type -al, it'll be ordered a little bit nicer. So we've got cache. So that directory needs to be made read, write, execute for everything. So to do that, you do chmod 777, and then you type cache like so. Hit enter. Now we're going to do the next one. So chmod store. 777 store. Like so. Hit enter. Now you do chmod 777 files. Hit enter. chmod 777 what's that one there? config.php. Hit enter. And last of all, we need to create these 3 folders and give them the access that they need. So I don't think we have images. Oh no, we do. Let's give them the access as well. So chmod 777 images like so. chmod 777 avatars. Oh, is avatars not in there? If it's not in there, just create it. So you go mkdir avatars and space upload. If they exist, they won't be created. If they don't, they'll be created like that. And you go chmod 777 avatars, and then we're gonna write upload. That's all done. So now if you retest the requirements, you can even see ls-al. ls-al, you can see that we've changed the permissions for the specific files. So images has complete read, write, and execute access. Cache has the same. If you remember from before, if we have a look, cache does not back before. Where is it? Here it is. As you can see, it doesn't have everything. So if we try again, retest, and it's worked, so everything is fine. Oh, except for this. Let me have a look. Did I forget to do those? Images, avatars, and upload. Maybe. Oh no, sorry. It's inside. Let me get rid of those folders I just created. rm. If you did the same thing as me, just do this. rm -r. Avatars and upload, and you're going to go cd images, so you can go in that folder. If you type ls, you'll see the avatars file is actually in there. So chmod 777 avatars, hit enter. Then we're going to go cd avatars go into that folder, and we're going to chmod again 777 upload and hit enter. Now if we go cd dot dot cd dot dot, we'll go back to the main directory in PHP, and it should all be fine now. So if I was to run the test again, it won't actually show anything if I run the test again. So I'll show you. If we go back like that, we go install. See how this time it didn't come up with any errors? That means that it worked and everything is writable as it should be. So this is the username that we just created. So we created it. I think I made it. Did I make it? I think I made it phpBB3 underscore YouTube. So just YouTube. I'll paste it in there. Contact email address. Let's just, doesn't need to be a real one. YouTube at make a fake, like, just for whatever reason. If you have an actual email address and you want to link this up with it, I highly suggest you do. But for tutorial purposes, I'm just gonna make it youtube.com. If that domain really exists, I would be surprised. Anyways, the password that we set was PASSWORD123 star and PASSWORD123 star. I've typed it wrong. Let me type it again. PASSWORD123 star. I've typed this one wrong. PASSWORD123 star. Okay, submit, and if you put those in the same, that's it, done. So you go to the next stage here. This is what yours is. It's a My Sql. Leave that as that. The host name, you're gonna make it localhost. So where is it here? If you type local, okay, it's not in there. That's fine. Just type localhost like that. That'll do, because we've got it installed on the same machine that's actually got the database on it, so that's fine. We don't need to change the port because it's not going anywhere. It should be default port. Database username. Anyways, so if you go here, you got your database port. So this is your database username to log into the database. So it was YouTube, and in here you make the password PASSWORD123 and star. This has to be the one that's from your actual database. So the database name we made it was php underscore bb3 YouTube. So just copy and paste like that. Make it easy for yourself. Leave that as it is. Don't touch that one there. And press submit. And here are the following things. So cookies, if your server is running via SSL, I just ticked yes. For server URL settings, I don't think I ticked yes on that one. Server protocol is HTTP. You can change it to HTTPS. Let's just make it S. I haven't tested S. You can leave it as HTTP. I'm just going to test S for my purposes, and if it works, we'll find out after this. So you can change it. So if you want to wait, just follow along and see what happens. This is the IP address. This is the default port. That's fine. Leave that as it is, and go submit. And enable board wide emails, just leave that as enabled. Use SMTP server, select yes if you want to send email via a name server. Say no unless you have a name server, pretty self-explanatory. Don't enter anything in these boxes unless you have the server. That's plain, you don't need to worry about that unless you're actually doing the server, and that's pretty much this whole page. So if you don't have an SMTP server, don't worry, move ahead. Default language, whatever language you want. I've got English. You can install language packs and change that if you want. The title of the billboard, so I'll make it YouTubetutorial.com. You can make this whatever you want yours to be called, and I'll show you what it looks like in a moment when we're done. And you can just write a short text about it here. So this is a YouTube tutorial. Okay, submit. And you're just gonna wait for this to just process. Take a bit of time. I think it took about maybe 3 minutes last time I did it. So I might speed it up if that's the case. Otherwise, if it's quick, you can watch it. As you can see, it's just moved a little bit more. But once this is done, the database is pretty much done, and you've got your website running. So you can go through and just set up your website however you want to use it. I haven't actually set anything up on mine yet, so I'm still going to go ahead and learn that. But pretty much, basically, the hardest part is getting the actual website to run. So after this point, your website is running, and you can edit everything through the actual website itself. You don't even need to touch the command lines anymore after this, and that's what this video was for. It was to show you guys. I'm looking at the time it's been recording for now, and it's been about an hour just recording, but it's actually taken about 3 to 4 hours to create this video, and that's not even including the editing for this. So if you guys did like the video, I really would appreciate if you'd leave a like and subscribe to this, because it does help out, and it also does make me more inclined to make videos in the future. But as I said, this is not just a video for YouTube, but this is a personal reference in case I ever need to do this again and I forget how to do it. So I'll leave you links for the tutorials I've used, and I'll leave you some of the commands that I've typed in the description, so you can use those. But as you can see, this is done. So if you click here, it'll take you to the admin control panel. I'm going to right click and open in a new tab, so you can leave this here and you can see what it is. And here is the admin control panel. So this is where you can change stuff, add stuff, pretty much modify the database. You can get back here very easily. I'll show you how to. So let's delete the trail here, and we'll go just phpBB3, hit enter, and this is your website. So as you can see, YouTube tutorial, that's what I wrote, and this is a YouTube tutorial. So you can change that to whatever you want to make yours look professional. Just go to that step and continue from there. And this is what your website will look like right now. This is a username, so I created it as YouTube, but you can create whatever username you want. People do admin, it doesn't matter. You can create new users into the actual website, and you can give them the admin status through the control panel. I won't go into depth with that too much because we're coming up to an hour now, and I don't want this to be going for any longer than an hour. But essentially that's pretty much it. You're done. So to get back to the control panel, you click ACP, and you'll see it brings us back in here. Here's where you got your stuff like manage users. So for example, you can create a new user. So where is it? You might need to actually sign that user up manually, and then you can upgrade them to a higher level, I believe. I'm sorry, I haven't actually done anything apart from setting up the website yet, so I just wanted to make this video for this point in time. But yeah, just play around with it. There's lots of tutorials for phpBB, so if there's anything you need to know, I'm sure you can YouTube or Google it from now and you can get the answers you need. But to get to this point to be installed, I wanted to make this video. And yeah, if you guys, again, if you liked it, make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, leave me a comment. Make sure you tell me you like the video and you want to see more of this if you do. If you don't, that's fine. You can tell me as well. And apart from that, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you guys have a nice day. Peace out, and I'll see you next time.